Welcome to the 5-Minute English Vocabulary Podcast. My name is Herbert Lee, and I'll be your host. Now you can easily improve your vocabulary without memorizing long lists of boring words, and still develop a powerful command of English. You'll learn the origin of words, or etymology, told as easy-to-remember stories. You'll also hear some jokes, and learn some idioms as well. Episode 4.
Yes, I just step onto the car and step onto the bus. Oh, it isn't. It's only one. It's just one step.
Today's episode is Blab Blabbermouth. Let's begin with the noun blah. B-L-A-H. Blah means silly or pretentious chatter or nonsense. Usually it's repeated, so you say something like, they were making some nonsense in their speech. They were speaking blah, blah, blah. The plural is blahs. This is definitely influenced from the French, who use the word blasé. And it's a feeling of boredom, lethargy, or general dissatisfaction. Blah, B-L-A-H, when it's used as an adjective, has a similar meaning. Lacking interest, dull, boring. How was the weather? It's a blah winter day. Change one letter of blah, B-L-A-H, to blab, B-L-A-B, and you have a completely different word. Blab is also a noun, and it means one who blabs, a tattletale, or someone who engages in idle or excessive talk, chatter. Blab as a verb can be used as blabbed or blabbing. Let's go now from blab to blabber. Blabber is also a verb, but it has a slightly different meaning. It can have the meaning of talking foolishly or excessively, or more importantly, to talk indiscreetly. Babble is a similar word, but not the same. Babble is also a verb, and it means to talk or say something in a quick, confused, excited, or silly way. The children babbled excitedly among themselves. She was babbling something about her ring being stolen. Do not confuse the words blabber and babble. And there's lots of synonyms for the word babble. Words such as prattle, rattle on, chatter, go on, ramble, blather, dribble, patter, yap, jibber jabber, run off at the mouth, gab, blabber, or yakety yak. So babble really has the meaning of talking too much. Now let's move on. Blabbermouth. Blabbermouth has two meanings. Blabbermouth, to reveal a secret, especially by indiscreet chatter, or to talk idly or thoughtlessly. The blabbermouth has two meanings. One is a gossip. If you don't want to have a secret told, don't tell it to a blabbermouth. Here's the example. If it weren't for that blabbermouth Sally, the manager would have never known we had done it. Or a person who talks excessively. A chatterbox is also someone who chats or talks excessively, also referred to as a babbler, a jabberer, a chatterer, or a yacker. Sometimes they even use the term motormouth, or long-winded, or very verbose. You'll hear someone comment and say, why don't you make like a needle and get to the point? Here's an idiom that you should really think about. Better to remain silent and be thought of a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. Or another way to put it, it's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. This is very good advice if you're learning English as a second language. Many times when I ask my students what they hope to learn in class, the answer I get most often is, I want to learn to speak better English. And that's very good, except when that's all you want to do. When all you want to do is learn to speak better English, you stop listening. You don't make conversation, which is listening and speaking. And in that case, it's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. Because chances are good you will just be babbling, talking endlessly, and no one really wants to listen to someone who babbles. One last idiom, put one's foot in it. It's used to say something that causes someone to be embarrassed, upset, or hurt, especially when the speaker did not expect that reaction. I really put my foot in it when I asked her about her job. I didn't know she had just been fired. This is an idiom mainly used in British English. In America, they're more likely to say, put your foot in your mouth, to say something by accident that embarrasses or upsets someone. I really put my foot in my mouth with Eva. I had no idea she was divorced. So here's a final idiom. Put your brain in gear before starting your mouth in motion. Think before you speak. Too often we want to speak quickly without thinking, and that can create a lot of problems. You will put your foot in your mouth if you do that. So that brings us to the end of today's session. It's a great goal to want to become a fluent English speaker and speak English well. But please remember to keep in mind not to become a chatterbox or blabbermouth, where you speak too much and no one wants to listen to you. Learn to be a conversationalist, and a conversationalist is someone who listens to what others say and then speaks. Next week's episode is Yiddish English, so watch for that. Until then, this is Herbert Lee saying bye for now.